What's up, Extra Brother listeners? On today's episode, we are moving into the finale of the Battle Pods, not the Battle Pards, series with part 5 that will feature the 1999 Matrix versus the 2008 The Dark Knight. Action sci-fi versus action crime superhero. Action-packed episode for you, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended there. Final Battle Pods episode's been fun. Talk a little bit about what we've thought about that, other topics that we might have. Want it to come naturally, but definitely an idea we want to continue to run with and hopefully spur off other innovative ideas for you guys to listen to. Geese also watched a movie on YouTube that none of you have probably ever heard of, but maybe something that you might want to go watch. So stick around at the beginning of that. We've also got some gears to grind. Your boy might have dove into the Matrix a little too early, so got a couple gears to grind. Oscars to give as always. Short week, unique week for us. Boys are traveling, but still want to deliver the pod to you. So make sure you guys go listen on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music, and drop us a follow on Instagram, X, the Everything app. It's all happening on X and TikTok. For everything that we tell you every week, clips, posts, updates, movies to watch with us. Tell us what we missed. Tell us what we didn't. We love to hear your thoughts. We love to hear your opinions, and we'd love to get a wheel from you soon. So enjoy Battle Pods Part 5. The Matrix versus The Dark Knight. Critter, roll that tape.
Extra butter on the corn for me. Extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.
This is episode 57, and gentlemen, the finale of the Battle Pod series. I feel like it was maybe not the first, but one of, if not the most innovative series we've ever had.
Yeah.
For obviously it's a different setting, but graphics, getting creative,
a lot more thought put in.
Right. And
especially with all of us being busy too. Like,
True.
This is probably the worst timing to do so many movies.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you listening, we had to double record this week within 6 days, so 4 movies, 2 pods, still knocking it out, but interested to see what the next topic will be when we do this again, what the teams will look like, structure, how more creative we can get, what stems from it outside of just 2v2. Is it a one guy
v1,
1v1 v1 and v1 or 1v3, and you just bring a movie to the table and just try to defend it?
Yeah. One guy watches the movie and has to describe it to everyone else.
Defend the wall.
Just trying to pick who didn't actually watch the movie.
Yeah, we could do the imposter thing. One of us didn't watch the movie, the other 3 did, and he has to know what he's talking about.
Yeah, that would be funny. Interesting ideas, but yeah, overall, I'd say movie selection was solid. Mixing up genres was good.
I think we did a good job at getting similar movies.
We could have easily just gone like chalk top 5 movies on at whatever list that we wanted to go off of.
Yeah.
We definitely saved some for future pods that would, it'll be really nice to, dive into as a whole group instead of 2v2.
There's plenty of people that could be like, how the hell did these guys not pick this movie?
Right.
Please
tell us.
Yeah.
Can't make it happy.
We get it. There's definitely movies that we missed, but yeah, matchup wise, it was good. I still watch new movies that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
So that's always nice. But anyway, yeah, interested to see how this last one goes here. But Geese, you said you watched a movie, including these 2 movies.
Man, I saw this. I've seen the clip before, I think, but I saw a clip on Instagram, and it's just like a racing scene, and it's animated. It's called Redline. I think it's from 2006, around that time period. So I found out that the whole movie's on YouTube. It's like an hour and 42 minutes. So I watched it today. It's fucking awesome. It is just racing, like 90% of it. And I don't know, it was really good.
Like, is it any like sort of anime? Is it just anime, or is there anime type of ties in terms of like?
It's really just an animated movie. Instead of like, I mean, if you know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the artwork and color scheme is kind of like that. Not as creative, I'll say.
It's not like superpowers or crazy shit happening. It's just
No.
racing.
It's I mean the cars kind of have superpowers a little bit, but
Yeah. I see what you mean by JoJo's.
Is this it?
Yep. Yeah, that is it. I mean, those pictures don't do it justice, but the racing scenes in it are extremely cool.
There was also this one. I was like, oh, we've seen this one.
Not it. Not it.
Who is that girl? I feel like I've seen this.
She looked familiar.
Yeah, I don't know who that. I was thinking it's not her, but what is her name? Brenna Song from.
Yeah, kind of looked like her.
It wasn't her. I don't think it was her, but it looked like her. I don't know. That movie looked not great. The second one. The second one you pulled up.
Pretty Little Liars TV series, 1 episode. Beauty and the Beast, 36 episodes. Didn't know that was a TV show.
Neither did I.
I doubt it's any good.
I will say I am planning on going to see Mortal Kombat this weekend.
Ooh.
Just because why not?
Dude.
We talked about it. They aren't.
The first movie's so good.
They're not like the best movies of all time.
No, it is definitely.
The fighting scenes are awesome.
Like, it's its own thing, you know? It's like they pay homage to the original, so it's supposed to be corny. It's like, if you know it's supposed to be that going into it, like, I buy into it more.
Was original Mortal Kombat a movie and then a video game, or vice versa?
Good question. I think original is a video game.
I think it was a game.
Yeah.
And then they made the movie in like the 90s.
So there was one from the 90s, though. Like the most recent one
Yeah.
before this is not.
No, I
the
think there was
original.
a few of them.
They do pay homage to. Just,
Yeah, originated from the 1991 video
Yeah.
game.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
1995 is the first movie.
That's what I thought, dude. The kill scenes in the most recent movie.
Just-
I haven't seen this one. They are gory.
I remember
Talk
playing,
about a franchise that benefited from CGI.
Yeah, I
like-
remember playing on PS2 with my brother all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It was sick.
But like from 95 to 97 and then 2001 to 2026. Like that's a pretty good resurgence to get a sequel.
Friend's dad had the OG like arcade game in his basement. Shout out, Bo, if you're listening. But yeah, his dad knew all the tricks, all the finishing moves on that shit. It was awesome.
It's tough because those games are kind of dead now. Just like the 1v1.
There's
Those
a
are like
very small following, I'll say. There's only so much you can do with a fighting game.
it was more built for playing together at the same place.
Right. It definitely.
Like I know you can play online, but it was
Yeah,
more
but-
like the boys are over and just ripping
co-op
each other's
game.
heads off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like the storyline is just fighting.
it's just fighting. Just fighting.
Like every single round is just another fight against somebody else. So it's
and
like,
then you cheese it. You do your little low kick so they can't hit you.
yeah,
you
the
just win it.
fatalities.
I gotta watch Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, you do. It's probably
Yeah.
streaming.
Oh, it's probably like HBO.
It would be shocking if it wasn't. Mortal Kombat stream is on HBO Max. I don't feel like anybody else would put that on there. I mean, HBO would be the platform you'd think to find it.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's gruesome, but they added it was fatality, and then they added brutalities like in the 2010s.
Brutalities are fucking sick.
That are even more buttons. Dude, those combos to do one were so easy to mess up. You could try to look at the pause screen for 5 minutes and go back in game, and you're still gonna mess it
Dude,
up.
you just take a picture of it and then put it in front of you or write it down.
Yeah, could you imagine like doing it on accident? Like, holy shit!
Oh, dude, just button mashing and then
Yeah. All of a sudden, just pulls his spine out. It's like, oh. But yeah, I'm gonna try and go see that, and then I just keep seeing more stuff for Backrooms, and I just could not tell you how pumped I am for that. They did a
When does
world
that come
premiere.
out?
May 29th worldwide. They did a world premiere today or
I
yesterday.
think that's when we're gonna do our first in theaters pod on it.
Yeah, it's like I think so. It's a. I didn't know it was technically a horror movie. Makes sense.
Figured it was.
I was thinking like thriller, but I guess it's thriller horror is the horror movies I like more than the like slasher horrors overall. But that's gonna be eerie. Just talking about it today with one of the guys I work with, you just kind of start getting chills just talking about it. You know, it's a weird concept. All of the actors and actresses in the movie were just praising the director.
Let's
couldn't-
watch the trailer after the pod.
Couldn't have done it. Yeah, they were all saying like they couldn't, like this movie couldn't have been done by anybody else. Guy's 20, like we were talking about last week. He said he wore a sun pin on his jacket.
That looks like a sun? Or
Yeah, like
Okay.
the sun.
Okay.
And they asked him why he wore it, and he said because the sun told him to. So take that for what it's worth. Kind of odd. Sun was
Hard to
talking
argue.
him. I mean, yeah, it's
What are you?
his word against yours. I have never heard from the sun, but that kind of sets the tone for what's inside this guy's head, I guess. But I also didn't know. I was looking today.
You're just low energy, man. That's
He had a lot like long backrooms like YouTube or short film 20 to 25 videos that he did back I don't know when, but he's got like a whole I was deep diving it on Reddit after I saw this. But there's a playlist somebody put together of like the order of how he did them, and they're like 3 to 9 minutes long. And it's all tied to the backroom. So I think the backroom's lore goes deeper than this kid.
Mm.
Like it's a much bigger concept and topic than just this movie. I think there's like an old wives' tale I think about it too. I don't know. There's a lot more to it if you get a second. It's weird. I didn't get too far into it, but I did notice that this guy had.
Save it for the pod.
Yeah, that's going to be quite intriguing to go through. And I might try to watch one of the movies that people say are similar if you want to get like a feel for the style of how it's going to be, because some people have some recommendations about that too, but then I hadn't seen any of the movies. So, but yeah, probably will be the first in theaters pod that we do. Will be Backrooms, coming probably out in June for sure, since the movie comes out May 29th. So, well, boys, I do have gear to grind. I don't know if I guess you guys could go first. I'll wrap it up.
I can go.
I got a good one.
My gear to grind is my dog. I haven't, been working from home for like about 2.5 weeks now. And obviously I didn't used to work from home. So she's just up my ass all the time. Like whining in my ear. I'm like, she doesn't understand that I am working, so I cannot just give you attention on a whim. And I just got to hear that all day. So wish dogs could understand a little bit more of context to the outside world.
I mean, gear goes to Nala, but also like she does get into Oscar because she's a good dog, you know.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Right.
I'm not gonna complain about it. I have a gear against the situation of,
There you go.
The dog's the victim here.
Yeah, I once in a blue moon I deal with that. I've worked from home for a long time, like hybrid wise, and there's just days where it's like you don't need
What
to go
do you
outside
want?
for the seventh
What do you
time in the last 45 minutes.
I've walked down here 3 times now. What the fuck do you want?
Yeah, you just start to get real pissed off, and they just don't. They don't get it.
No.
They don't get it. You
He
walk.
does. I got him when I was working from home. So now he just knows. He just chills. Other than when we're doing the podcast sometimes, then he'll just start shaking and scratching and all sorts of shit. Listen to our last pod. I'm like, good Lord, dog.
No, I feel that though. If you're not used to it, there's days where you're just ready to take them out.
Lay
back.
down next to me or something like. Well, and she's like part husky, so like the whining is
She's
like
trying to communicate.
inherited. Yeah, you know. So it's just husky whines do something to me, man. It just sets me off.
Yeah, that's tough. Creed, you say you had a gear as well?
Yeah, just a little one that happened today while I was down in Denver. Jaywalkers. About smoked some kid today when I was turning right, not an intersection, no crosswalk, just started walking and he was in my blind spot. Luckily I looked again and let him pass, but I was about to just smoke him when I was turning right because there's no crosswalk there.
I always worry about that with bike lanes because I feel like I don't ever look, but I also feel like I would have seen a biker. I would have seen them in my peripherals driving by them, but then I turn right and I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I'd take a look. So it would have been too late.
I think the responsibility goes into the walker's hands
Thought
in
that
your
counts.
situation, Crit. Like, he knows, he can see your blinker. He's going slow enough.
Mhm.
Like, if there's not a crosswalk, it's on you, obviously. It's because there's not a crosswalk. But with bikers, I feel like in that situation, he's probably a little more, like, quick, and he would have to make a brash decision. But that walker for you today, that's on him, for sure.
Yeah, and he knew it was because when I was turning right, he's like, oh shit, hurry up.
Yeah.
But
Was there any sort of hand gestures that went between the two of you?
I was gonna ask that.
Any palms up? Any sorries? Any?
You know?
maybe on my side, but
Yeah.
no, he didn't look at me. So it's also in Aurora, so I wasn't gonna try to stir too many
You
pots.
said
there.
Denver earlier, so which was it?
It's Aurora, Denver. It's all the fucking same. It's,
They're the same. They
I-
have the same name.
I think,
Aurora is the bad part of town.
I think
That
hand
is-
sad to
gestures
say.
are so
Give me that.
hilarious when it comes to that. The hands up is universally understandable. You know exactly what that
What are you
person's
doing?
saying. What the hell are you
doing?
And this one too.
I remember.
the head down a little bit with the hand up, like that's on me. Yeah, sorry about that.
I didn't get that. Would have been nice.
Yeah,
He just kind of it up and
Oh,
kept walking.
I remember a couple years ago, we were coming up to a crosswalk with the stop sign up, stop hand, and there was enough time to get there, get across. So we go. Matt's behind us. He takes off, sprinting. Phone falls out of his pocket, middle of the road. Car comes by,
Shocker.
misses it, and we're like, and there was one more car. We're like, oh, got second one just runs it right over, dude. I was like, oh, it was like slow motion. We had two cars that we had to beat, and the first one drove like missed it, and we're like, one more, and just smokes and runs it over.
I'm so glad you brought that up because watching that happen was just like,
Yeah,
and then he goes by, and then oh shit, one more.
yeah. It was like
Like you don't even have a breath of fresh air yet.
No,
quick step out to go. It's like
Yep.
one more car, and that one just
nothing
absolutely
you can do about it.
no. Watching it happen, it was tough. It was tough. R.I.P. to that phone, but electric memory. I'll never forget
Oh,
that.
yeah.
My gear to grind this week is we all have to find ways to watch things sometimes. Things are not always available on Netflix or on, rent or whatnot. So you got to find a way to find it, rent it, whatever. This past Wednesday night, I was looking for The Matrix, and I have never seen The Matrix. So I'm trying to find it. Can't get anything to work. Finally find something to work. Watched the whole movie. Thought it was, had a lot of good notes. Interesting character plots, character developments. And it ends, and it says, to be concluded. And I'm like, I text Trav, I'm like, they really fed us a to be concluded movie? And he didn't answer, and I'm sitting there like, dude, what the? I knew there was multiple. I'm like, what in the world is like that? And that is my least favorite type of ending ever. And I'm just sitting there like baffled, just this like, what the hell? Whenever movies don't wrap up well, I'm like, what the? So I'm Googling shit, and I'm like, I watched The Matrix Reloaded. I just spent 2 hours and 18 minutes watching the wrong fucking movie. So then I had to turn around and watch them. But I was like, well, I tried to knock one out Wednesday, and I still have 2 more to watch. So my movie of the week that it didn't have to do with the podcast was The Matrix Reloaded. Yeah, so that was sick. It was, I don't know. I had no clue. The characters were the same. The thumbnail I picked was the correct one. And I got Matrix Reloaded, so I have now seen.
It's like reading the second book in a series. Like,
I will say, I don't know if it helped or hurt my thoughts of the first one because of the second one. So, be interested to talk about it. But I was just like defeated. I was tired. Stayed up late.
What was your first thoughts watching it? Like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I knew what it was about, but I just picked up. The one thing that stood out to me that I thought was weird was that I didn't ever see the red pill and the blue pill, and I was like, I think that's a pretty crucial part. Yeah, I was like, that's a pretty crucial part. Is that just
coming up? And then
I was like, is that just a fake meme of they just used Morpheus and it just has it? I'm like, then I watched the first one, and I saw the red pill, blue pill. No, I mean I followed the plot pretty well. There were some holes, obviously, in it, but I thought we just picked up, and Neo was the guy, and
I would have been talking mad shit if that was me. Yeah, this is what they fucking picked. This is insane.
when it was to be concluded, I was just like, "There's no way they picked a movie that ended like this. There's just no way." So now I have to watch the third one because I'm 2 movies into the series in 48 hours.
Yeah, who cares about watching them in order?
Yeah, well, now I've got the whole gamut. I mean, the first one was pretty easy to follow after you had seen the second one.
I mean,
and it's almost like now we'd have to watch Batman Begins now.
Yeah, I was going to say, we technically did that.
Yeah. We did watch Dark Knight Rises. That was like, what, our first 3 episodes?
Yeah.
Something like that. So,
we watched them backwards.
Yeah. So, yeah. I have now seen both Matrixes, and I think, there's 3 or is there 4 or is there 5? 4.
Revolutions, Resurrections.
So what do I have to watch?
Resurrections is directed by someone else. Matrix Revolutions.
And also, all of the thumbnails do look pretty fucking similar.
Yeah,
of the first 3.
It's this background and the characters in front of it.
Jeez, I gotta say,
no, the backgrounds I see are like white and blue. Like if you Google it, it doesn't show up the way you'd think it would. It shows up as like a white and blue background, not green, which was shocking to me.
Your background you got today has got to be one of the best. One of the best we've put up. It's classic.
Point for us, Crit. Put backgrounds on.
I don't know, Brendan. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, might as well just keep it.
Yeah, mine ain't bad, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
But yeah, that was
in the queue.
That was a defeating moment, knowing that I stayed up late to finish this movie, had a whole page of notes on it, and then realized I had to watch it again tomorrow.
So what did you say, Trav,
Make more
in
notes.
this whole thing? Did you
I'll look back.
what the fuck are you talking about?
I think
he caught it. He caught it by the time I was able to.
Yeah, he didn't respond yet, so I had found the error.
That's funny.
Yeah, it sucked. But I think, I don't know. I'll talk more about it when we get going, because I
hold on. Can you read the text?
I'd have to let me go find them.
It's from 2.
Did I?
They're Wednesday at 11. They threw us a to be continued movie, or I just wasted 2 hours watching the wrong movie. I 1,000% watched the wrong movie. This is when I was sleeping. I woke up to these texts.
And then I said, that'll be a great story Friday night. And he asked me what movie I watched. Second one, he said, that's a Gear. It's going to be a long Thursday, was how that looked. So, yeah, that was not ideal, but gave me some good insight. Oscars-wise, I'll kick things off here. I'm going to give my Oscar to the Barstool Family Feud team. Finalized. I don't know when it's going to air, when they're shooting, who they're playing. but you want to talk about some content. We're going out there. We're trotting out El Presidente, Dave Portnoy, Kirk Minahan, Ryan Whitney, Jersey Jerry, Rico Bosco, and Stu Feiner.
Yeah, that is quite a team.
Stu Feiner, they're going to have to cut a lot of that episode. Rico might try to kill Steve. And Jerry is going to say things that he thinks are 1,000% correct, and they're going to be way off.
Are they only having one team there, or is it 2 Barstool teams for Family Feud?
No, it's Barstool versus somebody else, but I don't know who it is.
Okay, and that's the Barstool team?
Yeah, Kirk, Dave, Witt, Jerry, Rico, Stu. Quite the
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Big Cat couldn't make it because I think it's his daughter's birthday on the film date, so he couldn't go. So he wanted to. He's pissed off. It would have been nice if Big Cat could go. I don't know. Stu probably wouldn't be there though, so that's a blessing in disguise that we get Stuart Feiner on there.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the clip of him?
I wasn't able to watch it. I'm waiting. I'm saving it.
I don't
wasn't
think
able
so.
to watch it either.
So essentially, it was the question. It was Fast Money with Stu, and Jeff D-Lo was giving him the questions. And what is a trait on a dating app that would make you not interested in a female? And Stu was like, Nazism. She's a Nazi. And Jeff is just like, oh my God. And he's like, what is the first dessert you think of at a wedding besides cake? And he said, whipped cream cake. And then, what was your favorite TV channel growing up? And he just said, Channel 7. and everybody lost it at that one. Jeff couldn't even finish asking the questions.
Yeah.
It's like other people say ESPN, you could say Disney. He's like Channel 7. Dead serious. And the other one they asked him was, besides Halloween, what's the other holiday that you might get candy? And he said 4th of July.
Yeah,
So-
I did see that one.
Yeah, it's like he's just dead serious. I don't think he's going to be able to get away with saying Nazism on television, but so they're going to have to prep Steve pretty well for these guys. But I don't know who they're going to play. I don't even really have a guess. I don't know if it'll be like another sports broadcast, if it'll be like Bussin' with the Boys, or it'll be like an ESPN crew. I doubt
the
maybe
video,
Fox.
the clip you sent us is from a full Barstool episode of Family Feud.
They had
has
a
that been released?
They did their own. Yeah.
They did their own show to see who would make it on TV.
Has that been released?
That one's out on
Okay,
YouTube.
I'll check that.
I
out.
did
gonna have
see
to check
like
that
where they said name famous people with the first name Dave, and he literally was wearing a Dave Portnoy shirt.
Yeah, I saw that one. And he couldn't think of it. He's like,
That I haven't watched the full episode yet, but it is on YouTube of them
I'm
playing.
gonna check that
So
out.
it's like probably 30 minutes or so. But yeah, I bet it's good TV. But yeah, the fact that Stu, Rico, and Jersey Jerry are going to be on TV. Well, Jersey Jerry and Rico are on Wake Up Barstool from time to time. So
On Fox
they're
Sports.
already. Stu, on the other hand, I don't think they allow him to do live TV, but he was blessed to get the opportunity to join the team and thought his performance was stellar. And he said him and his wife and his son decided that night that they were going to donate his brain for research to find out what the fuck is going on. That clip was also
Love
funny.
it.
So yeah, shout out the Barstool crew. That is going to be electric TV.
The hell's Geese doing?
dude, I'm trying to think of an Oscar.
Clip,
and I was just.
clip that little.
He's looking up to the.
I didn't-
He's
I was
looking up
just
to the
looking-
the thought bubble. That's what's going on up here?
Bro, I just started looking at stuff on my desk, and I was just like
Brain blast.
trying to think of an. Yeah.
I honestly have nothing.
I don't have one, dude. I don't have
I
an
got
Oscar.
one.
I haven't. I tried really hard.
I'm just gonna give it to you boys. Maybe not necessarily Geese, because he's also part of the problem of us having to do back-to-back, or basically Tuesday, Friday recordings this week. But yeah, Trev, Brennan, maybe a little bit of Geese covering or making things work for us to
No.
record.
Me being out of town was not an issue because I would have been here Friday for scheduled programming. You couldn't do Friday and then fucked me
Yep.
because
Too
I
bad.
had, yeah. So
There's your gear.
Oscar.
Another
Goes
good.
to
Yeah.
Brandon
All
and
right.
And again, Oscar goes to Brandon Trav still because
They're
No,
imploding
but
before
yeah.
we start again.
no, yeah, it's what's nice is I already have next week's episode ready to go in the chamber. Now I just got to do this one
I'm gonna
We
make
got a little
before I
bit of a
leave.
break. We got a little bit of a
I'm gonna
break.
make clips tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah, we could get some clips
Dude,
over the next.
The
couple
AI,
weeks.
the AI, Jesus, the AI ones are not that bad.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a rating on them too.
No, they're not. It's always a good starting point.
So we should just always use the top scored one. At least one of them. Like,
Great.
why not?
Great
It's already
podcast.
And
there.
trust, but verify. Don't just start launching those
no.
off because they are jacked up. in the
No,
inner
I
workings.
agree. No, yeah, you gotta.
Did you see our diamond
Edited.
faces when we try to make the graphics? I think it's probably gonna be an issue. On the
No,
edit.
that's different. Yeah, the AI clips they just like cut off words and you
Yeah,
just
they
have
make
to
a
slightly
clip
edit
for
them to. But it's a good starting point.
Yeah. Well, we've earned a little bit of time off, but we will our podcast will still be scheduled programming. You're rubbing off on me over here. Pause. But Fridays will still be release dates. It's been a long week. With that being said, we've got an absolute banger for you for part 5 in the finale of the Battle Pods series here. Not intentional, as if you listen to the back end of last week, we picked 2 movies, or we both picked our movies before knowing the opposite movie to try and see if there would be curveball mismatch. We've matched genres, from part 1 to part 4. So we locked and loaded movies before throwing them out there. We let the boys go first in the pre-2000 squad. They fed us The Matrix from 1999. Fun fact, not 2003, because that would not have fit the mold, but I did check that one out. The Matrix of 1999. And ironic enough, we had already locked in The Dark Knight from 2008. Action sci-fi versus action crime superhero. The Dark Knight versus The Matrix. I don't remember who kicked things off last week for giving a quick intro of the movie. Whoever would like first word of to briefly describe your film, please speak now.
Good, Geese.
Honestly, I don't know how to explain this one. Like, it's The Matrix, No, so basically it's an entire database world created for humanity because the Earth got ruined. Was it ruined by us, or some external event happened and everything died? So the AI, the Matrix, is pretty much controlling everything. And we come to find out that you can actually be extracted from the Matrix into the real world, pretty much a resistance. And the main character, Neo, is, eventually extracted, and we find out that he can control the code that makes up the Matrix so that he doesn't have to follow any rules. And the big bad here is, it's not Mr. Anderson. What is... Oh, Smith, right?
Agent Smith.
Agent Smith, which is pretty much like, think of it as an organism. It's like white blood cells. Like, it's fighting off these irregularities.
It's like your Norton antivirus, if you will.
Yeah, it's like an antivirus. That's right. But it kind of has its own personality as well. So there's just a large conflict of the resistance is trying to destroy the Matrix, and the Matrix is defending itself.
Pretty good.
I thought that went well.
All right, good deal.
For one of the most legendary movies of all time, The Dark Knight, Christian Bale, my Batman. Sorry, my Batman.
Everybody's
Heath Ledger,
Batman.
my Joker. Should be everybody's Joker. Yeah, a lot of build up in this one. Obviously, it's the second of the trilogy, and we've watched and reviewed the third. But go through kind of they're trying to clean up the mob and how they're laundering the money out of Gotham, and they're thinking that Mr. Harvey Dent, new DA here in Gotham, is going to be able to clean it up for everybody, and Mr. Batman doesn't have to clean it up anymore for them, but they figure out that Joker has different plans, and you see that pretty clearly in his antics and his ways about things. One of the most iconic movies with a lot of different scenes. One of the longer movies that it doesn't matter the length; you don't really care. You're pretty glued to it. But yeah, the performances in this movie are stellar. Casting's great. Love rewatching it. Every couple of years you got to give it a watch. You can't watch it every few can't watch it every few months or something like that. Every couple of years, just get reminded of it. But yeah, that's probably our best movie for a finale.
Yeah, didn't swing a miss on that one. There's a lot of things to jump into about these two movies. I'm going to do my best to not allow the second movie to alter my opinion on the first one, or vice versa, or include it. It's gonna be hard not to.
Trev. It's compromise.
I did say I have to. It'll be good conversation.
For the most part, what we've been doing since Pod 1 of Battle Pods is more so just kind of go for your movie,
Yeah.
These topics. So I think it won't hurt you too much.
Well, let's spin that sucker and let's dive into the only actions we had. It's odd too, looking at our wheel, when you shift the genres, things that are relevant and things that aren't between different genres of movies.
Yeah.
Well, some things are just really broad too that apply to everything.
I think what's really cool about these movies and throwing it at the wheel is there's so many things that are for the movies. There's not really many bad things with each of these. Some just might be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. We start off with conflict. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like in The Dark Knight, the conflict changes. The common theme is definitely the Joker,
right,
and Batman, the main two. But you've got Harvey Dent involved. You've got Rachel with Harvey Dent, who's also loves Bruce Wayne, who's getting pulled apart by the Joker. When then Harvey Dent gets pulled down to the Joker. Batman, from time to time, and especially towards the back end, is the villain again, or the guy who's not the hero. It's primarily, and Trav, you could probably clean this up, but it's so hard to, and we talked about it, like we'll probably get into the climax. The conflict is, money laundering, or whatever, I can't think of the word, laundering, whatever. Laundering, yeah. Laundering, fifth time's the charm, within Gotham City. And the biggest psychopath that doesn't care about the money, that only cares about not even really power, more
chaos.
So, yeah, total, complete chaos. I mean, literally Burns couldn't even guess how much money was in that stack.
Oof.
Right
Half.
In front of the yeah, it was his half.
That's just my half.
In front of the gangs in town. So it's like, conflict is such a broad word for how many different conflicts are happening in this movie between so many different characters.
To emphasize it on this one, I think a lot of different hero movies or any movies like it could get away with the conflict just being the mob stealing money. Like if you let Joker go, this movie could still somewhat succeed with them trying to bust the mob and going back and forth and finding the right guys and going through the DA. But you add in this iconic villain to the conflicts of the mob, where he's not team Batman, obviously, and he's not team mob. He's not for that. He is for pure chaos. So like it almost like his little stab into each of these topics and conflicts in the movie, you're always thinking about him, and you can tell each character is thinking about him. He's on the mind of the mob and the cops, for both reasons, whether you're a cop that's good or bad, like you're thinking about the Joker. If you're in the mob and you're just trying to play along, you're thinking about him. Or if you're like trying to move on and make a shit ton of money, you're thinking about him because you probably want to deal with him. Or if you're a cop thinking about Batman, like you're either a good one thinking like, hell yeah, I need all the help I can get, or you're a bad one thinking he's going to exploit the way I'm making all this extra money. Or if you're a mob guy thinking, hey, oh shit, I don't really want to be in this, or you're a mob guy that actually wants him dead. Like the multi layers of each guy, whether you're Batman can be a hero and a villain. Joker can be a hero and a villain. And all these different pieces of conflict in this movie. That's what makes it crazy good.
And I think it's unique to Batman movies that the main villain is not also having like superpowers, because Batman doesn't have superpower. Like there's a lot of superhero movies, both sides have some supernatural power, where Batman's unique in a sense where he doesn't. Neither does the bad guy. Even Bane, when we watch that, It's like Bane's not a superhero or a super villain. Like they're people. Bane's got a little bit more intriguing qualities about.
They're just grounded films.
Yeah, it's just like it's not super powers or supernatural stuff. It's very tied into what an action crime movie would look like. You just happen to have a superhero and a extremely popular
and it makes
villain.
it feel way more realistic.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. What about the Matrix conflict?
I think the conflict in this hits a lot more close to home nowadays.
Mm-hmm. It's a good timing to watch this movie.
And I think I've seen bits and pieces of this until now. I'm watching it fully through, but just the way at the beginning where they were talking about AI and the sentient machines taking over essentially, and it's like, holy shit, is this happening right now? We might be dead. Maybe this is going to come to fruition, but maybe when we pass, then that's when it'll happen. But yeah, I mean, it's just essentially it's AI versus the humans, like we're talking about these days. It's crazy how this movie has aged in 27 years from when it was released.
It still holds up.
It still holds up. The conflict is essentially just the robots versus the humans. It's pretty simple, but Geese can probably add to it.
The year that this happens in is 2199. That's plenty of time for this shit to go down in our in reality.
Hey, we won't be there.
I ain't gonna be there.
I'm not
gonna be Big Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you have the conflict of, like, red pill, blue pill. You have the conflict of humans versus machine. You have the conflict of humans versus humans, especially in the later films when they get more, like, about the resistance and everything. But, I think it's all pretty standard, not basic, but I mean, similar to like the Batman is like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that they're pretty like relatable, especially like with AI now. But while watching this movie this time, and I've seen this movie a bunch, I started thinking about it from the people in the Matrix, where you're just existing, and these guys portal in from absolutely nowhere, all dressed in black, blowing up banks. And then when you were talking, Trav, you were like, yeah, the Joker, like, I was just like, these guys are kind of like the Joker, man. Mm-hmm. They are trying to make the world burn here from the other perspective of, like, the Matrix isn't inherently bad outside of the fact that you're in it, right? And so if you're ignorant of it, you're just there. And so just thinking from that point of view, to have these guys just blowing everything up. Your best friend just got killed in the bomb from the helicopter, like thinking it from there, I think is just really not funny, but the fact that the Matrix can allow you to do that, I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's super I mean, obviously we talked about how relatable it is now, but the movies that or shows that have come from this, like Ready Player One, and the world is a total shithole because everybody is in a virtual reality that's better than their day-to-day life. So like you said, you could be in the Matrix, not know it, not care. I mean, in the movie, not to get into characters, but Cypher is essentially saying, like, I'm done with this shit. I'd rather just go live in this life, make me forget everything.
Dude, I get it
Business
too.
as usual.
The more I watch The Matrix, the more I'm with Cypher. Yeah, he didn't have to kill those guys, but you haven't had stake in.
You have to have some optimism or not have optimism to make that type of decision.
Well, it's just like where do you go from here?
Tipped either way,
Right? But it's like, and that's like conflict as well, is like, where do you go from here? All right, you're out of the Matrix.
Yeah, now what?
Now you're trying to fucking survive, man. Like every day is a struggle. I definitely feel Cypher in this one.
I think that might be my main issue with the conflict of the movie is, what are you going to do? I mean, in a sense, the world is uninhabitable. You're just going to continue to live underground and just be happy that you're not in a computer.
Like, that's winning.
Yeah, it's like you're not.
That's best case scenario.
Yeah, the end goal is not that exciting. It's like it's not that. I mean, rewarding in a sense of the people controlling the Matrix, Agent Smith, and like they're not great guys, not great people, but
you want the people to live normal lives, not.
But could Zion house all the people that weren't unplugged from the Matrix? It's like, how much more to this underground world do we have? Right. How much could you actually save? Is the reward fathomable in a sense of, if you complete the mission, is it better for everybody or not? And I think that's to your point of Cypher. He was kind of like, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm down to just go.
I know it's not steak, but it tastes like fucking steak, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. And their lifespans, if you're in the Matrix, had to have been exponentially longer.
I feel like it'd be like just normal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's a good question.
$21.99, the technology to keep somebody alive who's not moving.
Yeah, but I guess it would just be your age. Like you still age in the Matrix and everything. So
right. Yeah, I don't know.
How do you have a kid? I guess you some plot holes, maybe.
Yeah, or there's not. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of questions to be answered, but the idea of it and its relevance to today is nutty to plan it out for 200 years later, and we're not there, but pieces of this movie are very relevant right now.
Yeah, stimulated experience. Okay, I mean, you can pretty much say that for fucking anything in this movie. It's a stimulated experience.
Yeah.
But, to your point of not, like, yeah, what is the end goal? I mean, I think that is also, like, conflict in general. Just from, like, who are you to pull someone out? Like who made you God in this for everybody else? Like, and I know that's kind of just repeating what you're saying, but
well, it's just like the boat fairy in Dark Knight. Who's to say that you're the one that turns the key?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, cons and civilians, and yeah, they might have made some bad choices, but you're just gonna kill them all.
You're the one, and you, Mr. Guy, who's
you don't even know what they did,
right?
Yeah,
and there's cops on board. You gonna kill the cops too?
Yeah. Yeah, that is an interesting tie there, but
I think
There's
like,
layers to conflict in both of these though, because it's
Right.
not just there's not a main. There is a main Joker, Batman, Zion, Matrix, but there's so many more layers to both of them between the character. I mean, like the internal turning your back on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, both movies had internal heel turns.
yeah,
So there's, I mean, it's deeper than that, but at the large scale, I mean, it is. You're going to look at it as Batman, Joker, Matrix,
For sure.
humans. Alrighty,
I really want to get iconic scenes.
iconic scenes. Yeah, I'll be confusing Matrix and Matrix Reloaded. Because I mean, I've got questions about the Matrix Reloaded too. If
Yeah.
anybody's seen that,
Characters.
I think you guys got the floor on this one first.
Okay. Go away.
Characters.
I don't really know where I want to start because, like, I want to hype the movie up, but I also want to concede that they are pretty static in a way. Where, and I think that might be just more Keanu, like that's his acting style, but like I guess they're all kind of monotone.
I mean, it is
Like-
the Matrix, geese. Makes sense.
Right. I guess like comparing it to Heath Ledger's Joker, that type of personality, that type of characterization compared to Neo.
You're never
hard
going to get
defend.
there.
Yeah, it's just
No,
like,
I-
come
I
on,
would say-
that's one of the best performances of all
Here's-
time.
Here's what I would say.
But-
with you guys getting the wheel spin and how these wheel spins are working, hype up the Matrix and the different layers of the characters. Don't necessarily compare them to ours. We'll let the
Oh, I
audience
don't.
compare.
I know.
So, you know.
I was just leading into it, Trav. Jeez.
Well, they're not comparable. Travis,
I know.
so
That's
yeah.
I
We're just getting that out of the way.
Apples, oranges. I like how the Matrix, everyone goes in and it's like battle suits. I like how they physically change, all leather. Brief pause. You guys remember early 2000s where like the long leather coats where like everyone had that shit? Everyone looking like they're in the Matrix.
Now only people who go to game stores and GameStop.
Yeah. And the rimless sunglasses, like those all got huge. So it's like characterization wise, they are different characters in the Matrix. And then coming out of it is where obviously like they're humans now, and you get those. That's like the only time they actually have connections.
Mm-hmm.
Is you have Cypher with Trinity, you have Neo with Trinity. The deaths are actually less gruesome, like outside of it. Like they get shot with some electrical shit, like some whatever that gun is used for. I couldn't tell you. Whereas like everyone's just getting shot and blown up in it. So the character like progression, as I was saying before, I think is like kind of static. It's more internal where Neo is trying to figure out who he is. Like Morpheus is already there. Trinity is already there. Like they basically, I guess like bringing in the fortune teller, I think limited their characters to, not that they're not good or anything, but they already know what's going to happen. Trinity knows she's going to fall in love with Neo. Morpheus knows Neo is the one. And so like, I guess I'll just leave it there. I know it sounds like I'm kind of bagging on it. It's just that the Matrix, the movie, I feel like is like, it's not character driven in a way. It's more plot driven, and these are the characters in it. Whereas like Batman, like it's the characters that are driving the plot, and Matrix, it's the plot that drives the characters.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
From the gentleman who brought you Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men, we also deliver the Joker and Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. Speaks for itself. Going back to, I think, I would like to say that Neo and Bruce Wayne are pretty comparable.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's a pretty stoic. I mean, when he talks as Batman, it's kind of funny, the jokes that have been made off of it. Where's Rachel? Like, there's a lot of memeable things about his voice. But I don't think I think Bruce Wayne being the multi-billionaire, his friends are just the people that work for him. He's not a super dynamic character either. And I think that Bale and Reeves are pretty, I would say that the hero or the protagonist main people in these movies are pretty comparable. It's just all the other people in the Matrix have to fit that mold of there's not a whole lot of personality to be had because they, like you said, they do know X, Y, and Z is going to happen. They have all this knowledge. Neo's really the only one that's learning or getting into it. Whereas, in The Dark Knight, whether it's the Joker or it's Harvey Dent or it's Rachel Dawes or it's Gordon, like, they all have very good performances. Heath Ledger's performance, I think, is still widely considered the greatest supporting role of all time. The mannerisms that guy had gone into, the improvising scenes that he did, and you got to give it. Well, you got to tip the captain. I mean, we also have Christopher Nolan in our back pocket in this movie, So the scene when he's grabbing Rachel with the knife by her face and she's like looking for them to cut, like, that was not planned. That was Heath Ledger just went off the rails, and that made the effect. And Nolan's just keep it rolling. I think when he's leaving the hospital, the main explosion was delayed, and he kind of just improvised and was like clicking it and jumping around, and then he turned around, it fell, and he kind of jumped because it caught him off guard. Because it's like just the authenticity that he brought to it, plus how much of a buy-in that he had to the character. It's like it's very easy to just focus on him because of how good he was.
Yeah,
and I don't think
you could almost argue he was the main character.
Yeah, you definitely could. I mean, he is like, yes, he won Best Supporting Actor because the ticket was
supporting role.
Yeah, the ticket was a support. He could have won Best Actor. He could have won everything. It's just an unreal. I mean, I don't. And Trav, I think earlier said Christian Bale's my Batman. Heath Ledger's my Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker, and I think the evolution of Joker, like the old school, they're not all the same.
Right.
Like, I think I can't remember who the old school Joker was. More comedic in it, where Heath
Ledger clown.
Yeah,
because that's how the cartoon is. The comic is, and that's not really. And as I said before, like, grounded. That's not grounded. In reality, Joker would be absolutely psychotic.
And I think he had the goofiness to him, with the grenades in the thumb, and he's like, he had I'm gonna make this pencil disappear, and they get up and slams his head into the table. Ta-da!
The grenade, and it's a smoke grenade.
Yeah, he has the clown features, but he's such a more psychotic.
I just want my phone call.
Yeah, like, he's a weird dude.
I think we would be doing this movie a little bit of a disservice if we don't go a little bit more into the different characters in some of the scenes. I think one of the main ones that made me want to and drove me to put Dark Knight towards the top of our list, Brendan, make it more of a red button movie. It should be obvious anyways, but I saw on TikTok the clip in the scene where, Dent's in there with Rachel, and he goes, God, it took me 3 weeks to get into this place, and I even had to tell her I was part of the government. And then he comes in with some smoke show Russian ballerina. He goes, Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Oh, Bruce, this is Harvey. Harvey Bruce. Nice to meet you. We can put some tables together. Oh, I don't know if they'll do that. I think they will. I own the place.
Yeah.
That is so baller. There's so many different, just baller moves that he did, and the when you add the Morgan Freeman aspect in, when the guy's trying to blackmail, he's sitting there. You know, I dug it up. I know what you're doing with these research and development. He goes, okay, so you're telling me that this multi-billionaire that you work for, trust fund guy, is at night a volunteering vigilante with all these things, and your idea is to blackmail him. Good luck.
Yeah.
You know,
You keep that. Oh,
no, go ahead, Goose.
I'm good. No,
That's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you keep that.
You go ahead and keep that.
And you can't ever in these movies take anything away from Michael Caine.
Nope.
Like,
Oh,
he is so good.
some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yep.
And even the small details in Rachel's letter, and he's burning it, and like I don't think Bruce ever sees that letter.
No,
Nope.
You know,
burns it,
like
yeah.
Michael Caine's character, like more so being outlook for Bruce, not for Batman.
Yeah, I was thinking about this watching it. I watched it today, and you notice some things when you rewatch. But the only character and the only performance that I think doesn't deserve like a 5, like if we're doing a letterbox thing, doesn't deserve a 5, is potentially Harvey, because the rest of them have already been like established in Batman, you know, from Begins and everything, and obviously it's Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman. But even then, there's some scenes where Harvey kills it. You know, he's like,
Yeah,
I'm all in on this. You know, I need Batman, but I also don't need him, and kind of laying the law of we need to go kind of rogue on this one. You know, I'm the Batman, like handcuff me, like the whole script of this movie. We can go.
the double-sided
Yeah.
coin is awesome.
Other
I
than
forgot about that.
him not noticing it was a Joker behind a little mask. I don't know. That's one thing that stuck out to me. I was like,
See, there-
he like
Exactly.
freaked out when he took off the mask when he's clearly got paint all over his face.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be one of them that does not give him a 5.
Hey, he's got one good eye. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah.
He didn't even notice him, and he just shoots the cop behind him, and just notices him when he takes off the mask and the wig. Yeah, and Two-Face is, I feel like, more involved in Batman lore than he really is in the series.
Mhm.
Like he's in and out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't
Right,
think Two-Face
yeah,
ever comes
it's-
back. Like he died.
No, he's done. I feel like that's where the movies in general, comic book movies, kind of fall down, is when they kill off characters to bring the film to a resolution.
Yeah.
Where those comic characters are iconic and no one really ever dies in comics, right? And Two-Face comes back multiple times, you know, is I think he's it's called a gallery. I can't remember it. Give me a second.
I'll go back to the character of Bruce Wayne itself.
Rogues Gallery.
There you go. The character of Bruce Wayne itself is played so much better by Christian Bale. You know what I mean? Like we watched the new ones, and you know Robert Pattinson's a pretty good actor. He's not Bruce Wayne. He is, but he isn't. He's not.
It's definitely a different type of Bruce Wayne.
Christian Bale just plays that billionaire cockhead. You know.
He's got the hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the hardest thing, is that you have to find an actor that can do Bruce Wayne and
Yeah.
Batman,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
are on different spectrums of the universe.
the subtle comment between him and Alfred, I think it should probably be a little subtle. He picks the Lambo.
Yeah. The adaptation that Batman has come from the comic book
Yeah.
and what he looks like now is crazy.
Yeah,
So badass.
yeah,
Like the costumes and shit and like his armor.
yeah.
where he was just, wearing like what looked like cloth and a blue,
Yeah.
blue bat head and yellow and black on the chest.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is when they do change the adaptation and they change from actors, it's hard to take away and separate the previous ones and only focus on the one that's right in front of you. It's the same thing with James Bond. You know what I mean? But we're getting off topic. You can spin that wheel. I just freaking love talking about Dark Knight.
Christian Bale rocks.
He rocks.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I really hope we end up with a wheel that gets American Psycho on it. That movie would be fantastic to review.
Rewatchability. Trev? I think you already mentioned it.
Yeah, I would reiterate it is obviously a great rewatch, but you want to let it settle. You want to let it marinate a little bit. You want to kind of almost forget about it and then rewatch it again. I feel like that's a pretty common thing with rewatching movies, but for how long it is, how long of a movie it is, you got to let it sit. But there's another piece of it being a long movie that there are pieces that you forget or don't remember as well. Like a lot of the Two-Face stuff, I forgot at the end of the movie how much kind of carnage he caused at the end, going around and killing the people. But you get it, And watching a performance like Heath Ledger's, that you just can't help but watch again. It's art. It's art in its purest form.
And the factors I think that are different about movies and when it comes to rewatchability is we talk a lot about you'd love to watch this movie again with somebody who's never seen it. Like that's kind of a benchmark for us.
Yep.
Where this one is, I will watch this movie again by myself.
Yes.
You don't need to have somebody who's never seen it watch it with you to get you to, if somebody said they'd never seen it, dude, we're watching it. But this one, you don't need that. That's the extra layer that we don't always talk about.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that you do give it a year or two, and you're scrolling and you hit it, you just stop and you just start it.
Yeah.
It's that good. Heath Ledger again, I think adds a layer to you're not going to see him perform again. There's like Chris Farley's our guy. Movies and rewatchability for people who aren't going to be able to make another one. That also adds a layer to it. And it's also the best Batman that's ever been made. So when if you want to show somebody that's hasn't watched Batman or not a big superhero movie person, I feel like this is a pretty unanimous, potentially 1-1 to showcase that. There's other options, I think, if you're dependent upon the person. Like I think of Guardians of the Galaxy being one of, there's layers of comedy in it.
Depends on the person. You see, yeah.
But this one feels like it's at the top of the pyramid for the easiest one to immediately go back to and put on and watch. So yeah, it's long, but you know what you sign up for when you put it on. And I think that those different factors are things that we don't talk about all the time. It kind of always dies if I'm watching with somebody that's never seen it. This is a movie that you can watch by yourself.
And there's some long movies that you rewatch and you only rewatch the first half and you go, okay, I really like the movie. I'm turning it off. There's not a single second of this movie where I'm like, whatever. No, you're locked in the whole time, even rewatching it.
Yeah. No, I agree. What do you guys think about?
I was going to ask Crit with the rewatchability, since this is your first time watching Matrix all the way through. I guess this is a good topic to bring up for you since you haven't seen it for rewatching.
Well, yeah, I love Dark Knight. I think the CGI aspect, we're going to want to watch Dark Knight over and over and over again. Like the CGI aspect, it's like the years between these movies, it's crazy how technology has evolved, but I feel like if you switched them year-wise, as far as the effects go, maybe keep the actors, actresses, whatever, but the effects, I feel like you'd have an even better Matrix than Dark Knight. But it's Yeah, I think I like the actors better in your guys' movie, but no, I like The Dark Knight. Trav's
Dude, it's
picking
hard
on me
'cause
because he
I
knows
love-
I
I
like The
love
Dark
The
Knight.
No,
I love the Dark Knight.
I'm picking on
Yeah.
you because of the time frame.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
I
put
just
it-
it's
Put
hard.
it
But
after
yeah.
2000, it's a much better movie.
No, I'm just saying the CGI part. That's what I'm saying. Like the CGI and the special effects. Like I couldn't even imagine what the first Matrix movie ever made would do when
For sure.
The Dark Knight was made.
Has anyone seen the 2023 Matrix?
2021 now.
It's 2021.
Shit.
I haven't. I mean, we could. There's a movie out there that could give us a little bit of our thoughts here to see.
But
I-
it's also
that's
like
your
a
point.
remake. It's in a
Yeah,
way it's
it's
a
not
the
remake
same.
too. But yeah,
No, I agree. I just was curious in terms of the special effects, like
Yeah.
how well.
I
they
think
did.
they're pretty good. I'm curious too because Matrix actually utilizes a lot of practical effects in I think the first 3 movies. Like I forget which Matrix it is, but like they literally make like 100 replica like dolls of Agent Smith. And so it's
That's
like
the second, it's got to be the second one. I can promise you that.
is that scene in there where they're all just kind of standing
the
on
whole,
the side?
The whole movie. It's not. They're not just standing on the side. There's a fight scene.
Oh yeah, there's a whole fight scene, but they're
70 of
like
them.
that.
It's acting Neo, and he's fighting them off.
Yeah, those are all real actors with masks on. Like that's how they did those scenes. But in terms of rewatchability, I feel like Matrix is kind of on, maybe not on the same level there, but it's right there in terms of you watch it every so often to get that fix. Because I've done it within the last couple years. I've watched this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But really when you're I think ever since they took it off, I think it was on HBO. I think they had all the Matrixes on HBO a few years ago, and now it's not on anything, and so I haven't like felt the urge to like look it up and go find it because it was kind of a pain in the
It
ass.
does hurt rewatch. Not to cut you off, Keith, but it does hurt rewatchability if a series isn't on like a premiere
Yeah.
subscription.
Well, I could have rented it from YouTube, but there's my gear to grind. My card was getting hacked, and so I just got a new one. So the last few days I haven't had a card. So then, like, I tried to order food. I tried to rent The Matrix. I'm like, God damn it, dude! Like, it's kind of a pain in the ass the first few days. And to your point, yeah, it does hurt like rewatchability when it's not readily available. But I do think it's at the same tier of if you're scrolling by it,
Yeah,
you could put it on whenever the hell you wanted, and you're gonna have a good time.
for sure.
Yeah, I think a point on the Matrix side is just to you could watch it back to back just to get it, like to really. There's things that probably go by you that you would want to rewind, or you probably get a better sense for what happened if you watch it again. And then futurist. I don't think it's at the same level as The Dark Knight in rewatchability, but
No.
it's so much more deep that it's one of those
Yeah.
movies. If you blink and you go pee and you don't pause it, you might come back and have no freaking clue what's going on. Whereas a superhero movie, The Dark Knight, you're going to be able to follow it. It's not
Good guy, bad guy.
it's not overly complex in a sense of getting it. It's complex in a sense of character interactions, development, but like the complexity of the Matrix is more so the story, the plot, the setting. Like, do you understand what's happening? That's what would get me back into watching it, as opposed to The Dark Knight is like that movie just rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's the
Well,
difference.
and another point
For me.
Another point
Ours
for
is
Matrix,
original.
Hey, another point for Matrix is every year goes by, we're getting closer to $21.99.
Yeah, true.
That's what I was about to say. Is like, well,
There's going to be
the
a
rewatchability
big uptick.
could go
Mm-hmm.
like this, whereas The Dark Knight might just be pretty steady, but still
Yeah.
rewatchable. Like, hold on, what Morpheus say?
Well, yeah, then
Did
they
you
do
get that
get into
advice
like
again?
they do
Getting
get into a
close.
lot of deeper concepts. I'm looking up to see who owns the Matrix.
Oh, like,
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, okay.
Go figure.
No, that means it's soon to be Paramount or Netflix, right?
That would be
Same
Paramount.
as-
Paramount went through with the HBO. Or
Same
the,
with Batman.
Warner Brothers, yeah. Because Paramount's getting HBO.
Not fast enough for this episode.
Nope. Well, you can spin it, Crit.
That to be concluded is just still stuck in my head. I hope the third one doesn't suck.
You gotta
'Cause-
find out.
I have to watch it. They came out in the same year. You know
Oh yeah,
that?
it was like I didn't know that, but that's like the part 1, part 2 BS they do now.
Yeah, we don't see a whole lot of to be continued anymore. That's the shittiest possible ending of
Yeah.
any movie ever.
I think you're probably right. As like being the same year, it probably made sense. Like
You have to.
they already knew it was coming out. Yeah,
You can't to be concluded and then give me the movie 10 years later.
right.
Fight, choreography, you wanted it, you got it, Geese. Let me hear
Want
it.
it, I got it. I want it, I got it.
Drink my water.
Keep
No,
on.
I said it in The Dark Knight Rises, and it was a criticism of kind of Batman choreography in general. I feel like it's pretty slow and like bulky. I guess I think there's a
Clunky is
better
probably
word.
the word you're looking
Clunky,
for.
thank you. Yeah, clunky. It's very clunky. It does a really good job at showing like more weight, but it's very just like laboring almost. And I like that in the Matrix choreography, technically speaking, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But they still keep it grounded in terms of like, yeah, you're learning all these different fighting styles and it's just a chip. Yeah, let me load that in real quick. And the whole fight scene with Morpheus is fucking insane. And you get a little Karate Kid in there. But the way Morpheus explains it is that it's like, why are you breathing heavy? You're in a simulation. You're in a computer right now. Like the only thing limiting you is you. But they still continue to keep it like, they're running off the walls and everything, but he's not jumping until the end, before he gets like his superpowers. But the choreography is very, very smooth compared to Batman, where like I want to say it's more of a focus that they're fighting, where like Batman is kind of more just like it's a fight scene. Like it's more choreographed in the Matrix than I would say than Batman.
I would like to, on behalf of The Dark Knight, throw in the argument that fight scenes are more than hand-to-hand combat, and the Joker sliding open a door in the back of a semi and putting a bazooka together to shoot it at a car is a part of a fight scene and choreographed.
Did you notice when he blew up the car, nothing happened to it? It just flipped over.
Love
Like-
it. Sick.
I've never shot a bazooka at a car,
Yeah,
so I don't know
yeah.
what actually happened.
But that
I noticed it on this
that-
rewatch. It's like it flips over and the whole car is perfect. I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm just throwing out there that like there's more to fight scenes than hand-to-hand combat, but I would agree with you. But I also think there's a point to be said about a big bulky suit and throwing your arms around. So
Yeah.
it's more realistic. But if you're looking for entertainment purposes, you're probably more on the right track.
I mean,
Yeah.
the entire bank scene, and this kind of goes back to where like the Matrix was revolutionary in the type of CGI that they were CGI and practical effects. Where, I mean, dude, they are just blowing that entire freaking bank up, and they're he's running past like the way that they even filmed this whole fight, specifically in the bank. I feel like it's just more dynamic than what we got from The Dark Knight.
Also,
And that's not,
we have a
it's
bad
a
scene.
criticism, yeah, but like I still think Dark Knight's fantastic in the way they did everything, especially at the end with Dark Knight where the sonar's going on and he's trying to he's coordinating everyone, make sure they're not getting killed by the FBI or the cops and everything. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I feel like it's more intentional in the Matrix.
I don't know. They saw anything with that sonar. It was
Dude, you
hard to tell. Yeah, and yeah, you could see the Joker's face when they would show it and focus in on it. But looking at that board from certain shots, you're like, how do you see anything?
Hand-to-hand combat is a core focus of the Matrix movie. It is not a core focus of Batman, and I think
No, that's
he is
not true.
the Dark Knight. He shows up unannounced, like even in the scene in the parking garage when there's a bunch of Batmen with guns. Like his fight scenes are just very quick because he's not doing a whole lot of just one-on-one. Like in the second one with Bane, much different.
That's
a
okay.
total
That's
fight.
fair.
But in this one, it's more like Trav was saying. It is heist vibes. It is getting in. Like he gets in and he gets out. He's in it. It's a lot of on the motorcycle, and when he goes underneath the semi and wraps the wires around it and flips the truck. Like it's not fighting in the sense of. That's where they're different because there's not as much hand-to-hand combat, and when there was in the sonar scene, they don't even allow you really to see it as much. It's so dark, he can't see. And the Joker's even sliding in and out where he's not always on camera. So it wasn't really a main emphasis in hand-to-hand combat, but I think the fight scenes, as Trav mentioned, were just a totally different type of fight. You're bringing a gun to a gunfight. In the Matrix, you're bringing your fists. And they've got guns too. The one thing I'll say about the Matrix that I enjoyed, the ghost characters that would phase in and out of through walls, or was this the first one or the second one?
That's the second one.
Okay, so the second one's fight scenes were exponentially better. I'll just say that. If you haven't seen it, you got to go watch it. But they build up to it. To your Karate Kid point, this is kind of a shot, kind of a stray, so I apologize, but I just had to get it off my chest. The one thing I had an issue with Neo's character and the thought process of it all was, like you mentioned, it's Karate Kid. He's Superman. He's got the Force. Like you're drawing in a lot of different movies into this character, and he doesn't necessarily. I guess he does kind of Superman a little bit, and this is more so in the second one. But he has like so many different type of movie powers involved into one character. It's like it just blends. That part kind of threw me. It's like it didn't do the movie any disservice, but I was noticing so many different type of either heroes or movies just blended into his character. That kind of just threw me for a loop. It didn't take away from it. It was just things I was noticing. But it is a computer simulation. And the fight scene, I mean, Morpheus, I don't know. I think
there's definitely there's not that many in the first one. Like, and
not
that's
as
where
bad. Yeah.
The sequel movies are more like, I think the ending of the second one is he's just flying through the fucking space, like the air and shit. At the very
No,
end,
it's to be concluded.
Yeah, but I thought he was flying around.
He flies. He literally don't want to get off the first one, but yes, he jumps. He takes a knee and then he jumps like Superman. He's in the clouds, and it's earlier on.
Yeah.
And Morpheus is like, "Where's Neo?" And the guy's like, "He's doing his Superman thing," and he's literally just flying around, and like he goes 500 miles at one point to catch.
And so like in the first one, you don't really get that because up until the end is where he gets he becomes the one, right? And dude, where he flexes in the whole room.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that you can just see is when they do the big, jumps and they get ready to kick. It's like you can just feel the suspenders or whatever you call those, like that are helping them in those scenes, like
harness
pulling. Yeah. Like, and they're just
I mean,
it's funny, but I mean, it works. It's just like since it's old, you're just watching. You're like, you can just feel like that scene being filmed, like they're just in a harness getting pulled up and kick, like Mortal Kombat type
Yeah,
style
a little
kicks in
bit.
there. Yeah. So no, it's different fighting, but yeah, fighting choreography to hand combat and whatnot. It's very fast paced, and they do a good job with it, not looking like they don't know what the hell they're doing. And I think Keanu Reeves is pretty well trained.
Yes.
Like he's a pretty
like all those gun scenes are real to an extent. Like it's not a
Keanu
stunt
Reeves
double doing
is a
it.
dog.
Dodging
Like-
bullets.
He's a dog.
All the stuff he did for John Wick, he did for The Matrix. Same
Yeah.
type of deal.
we got to get Keanu Reeves out of just making more movies after the
A little
first one.
typecasted.
Yeah, I mean, like, how many John Wicks do we need?
Dude, he's so good. He's a franchise man. Everything he touches
Hardball.
is a franchise. Literally everything he
Like
touches is a
sports
franchise.
wheel. Hardball.
I think Bale is a better actor than him,
I would agree.
but Keanu Reeves' movies just absolutely.
He had
fuck.
They all
Keanu
are.
Reeves is a type for sure.
Yeah, he's very good, but we don't need 8 more John Wicks. They all do well, but you know, it's like,
It's like the Mission
I'm a
Impossible.
hypocrite.
Like,
well, I'm a hypocrite because give me all the Liam Neeson movies.
Right,
No.
right.
I know what they're gonna
Right.
be, and I'm still
Give
gonna
my
watch
dad all the Jason Statham movies.
it. Just keep
Feed him.
keep pumping him out until he wants to be done. I'll keep him. So what? And then we can definitely get another wheel spin in here. But what has Keanu Reeves done, or what are some of the bigger ones that would be maybe outside of his wheelhouse?
he's an
Is there anything-
angel in one of them. I forget. I never saw it, but yeah.
I know there's a few, but his big ones. I feel like stem from action.
I think it's Good Fortune.
Is that
He
new?
is. Yes,
I
last
was
year.
gonna say. I think I saw. I didn't see the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I didn't know he was in that.
Is he a voice or is he actually in it?
He's a
assuming
voice,
he's
I
in it.
think.
Isn't Point Break was one of his way earlier ones that he was in?
Yeah, he did a lot more.
Yeah, that's one of the 4 he's known for on IMBD.
Is Point Break? Isn't that a book?
I don't know.
That's what they call.
That's not our
4.
cup of tea. Doesn't sound like.
No.
The other one that I've seen clips of, and it's such a dad
Him and
movie.
Swayze.
It's such a dad movie. Is Speed? You guys ever seen Speed?
Yeah.
No, but I've heard
Where the
heard
bus
of it.
has to stay at like below or above 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's such a
He's
dad
in
movie.
Severance.
You could just see your dad sitting at standing in the living room looking at the TV like this, just
Oh yeah.
locked into that movie.
He's in Severance.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just what it says.
His voice is.
Oh, I was gonna say I watched that show. I don't remember seeing him.
What is it? The Bill and Ted movies?
Boy, Speed has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 3.7 on Letterboxd.
Oh,
That's
Bill and
way
Ted's
high.
Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted's, yeah.
Keanu Reeves got his posse coming to bat for him.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Executive decision.
The Replacements. The Replacements. Great movie.
Oh yeah, he's a receiver in that. I'm pretty sure.
He's QB. Shane Flacco.
Oh, he's
Quarterback,
Shane Flacco.
crazy asshole.
Shane Flacco. Not to be mistaken with Joe Flacco, Joey Cool, Joe Smooth. Final wheel spin.
I slowed down the
potentially
spin a little bit to throw us off here.
here. Looks like we're getting an iconic scene. No, can't ever tell with the slow spin because it just never.
They
stops.
might get there.
It won't.
No.
Do we want to talk about iconic scenes instead?
Yeah,
I
veto.
think the screenplay goes dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hand in hand, yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty much the same thing.
We
Yeah, I
have
think-
already gone over some scenes, but
We got
I'll-
a couple more.
Yeah, I got 2 things, Trav, before I let you take it away here. But I was telling Trav, I think out of the 5 episodes of Battle Pods we did, we finally won the battle in quotable movies,
Yeah.
specifically from the Joker and the why so serious, and the GIF and here we go.
Yep.
Like his he's just it's not even necessarily quotes that you'd say day to day, but when you think back in the movie and you think of him,
I say here we go all the fucking time.
well, I send that meme all the time.
All the time, Mike.
Some men just want to watch the world burn. You're a hero. You live long enough to become the villain. You know, how many ever ones that they got. And those are quotes, but I mean, scenes themselves.
Silent Guardian, Watchful Protector, The Dark Knight to wrap things up. Like, he said it.
Yeah.
He said it in the movie. Yeah, it's that. I think for me, my favorite scene in this movie is probably, I think, the mob boss meeting with the pencil. Like when he walks in there, big dick swinging to all these guys with guns and stuff, and seemingly has nothing, and just the shit he's saying to them.
What do you want? Half.
Yeah, yeah, and it just works. The grenades on the thumb we already talked about, but that whole scene, and then you got Lau on the TV, and I know Trav, you talked about just launching the wad of cash, but
no, I didn't talk about that yet. I'll bring it up.
No, but
I
you brought it to me. Yeah, go ahead.
I was texting Brendan while I was watching it. One of the most underrated pieces of this movie is the right arm on Heath Ledger when Lau's on the top of the pile of cash. He throws a stack and it hits him square in the face. I don't know why he threw the stack of cash at him, but it hit him square on, and it just added that little exclamation point of, you know, this is your little ringleader on top of this, holding on to all this cash, sitting on top of it, and I'm just humiliating him. And lest we forget, this is my half, and I'm going to set it on fire because that's not what I give a shit about, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of them, again, we've talked about, but the fundraiser, the event that they were having, and one thing we didn't mention is that every time the Joker was always 3 steps ahead. Wherever they were going, he was not going to be there. He was going to show up. Like, these 2 people he's going to kill, they all leave spread out. Here he shows up at the event. When Harvey and Rachel are split up and he says the 2 addresses about where she's at and where he's at, Batman takes off to save her. It's Harvey. You know, he was always throwing curveballs.
Honestly, at that point in time, Batman should have fucking known they were swapped. He's a detective. I mean, come on.
But
he's gonna fuck with you.
But that's the thing, though. He plays with the emotions. You don't have time,
and he didn't have time.
You just gotta stick with it. Are you? Because it's the one or the other thing. Are you gonna call his bluff or are you gonna go for it? He could be doing either.
Because if you trust him, though,
but Geese,
like,
if you
he's
go to
giving you
one,
the information.
If you flip it and it's Dent. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You can't, if you don't trust it, you don't.
I'm just saying,
you don't.
Batman's a detective. He should have known.
But it's a 50-50.
And he
Either
also,
he was lying to him or not.
And the timeline he gave, Joker probably also expected, but also not, like, maybe get there and still not be able to save either one of them. Yeah. Like, you see them and they still die regardless. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get your point, but...
And to a further point, like, you're going to trust that these locations are actually it? They could just be random locations. You'd show up outside an apartment building like, fuck.
Right, but the same argument. That,
I know, I'm just kidding.
Go?
Like,
there are movies where some of this stuff, you can bring it up and it makes sense, and it's like, oh, why would you do that? But this one, it is a bit
dude,
different.
you put me in that situation. Yeah, it's on 33rd. Like, dude, where the fuck is that? Like, I mean... Pull up my Google Maps. Yeah. How do you spell that?
Also, the opening scene is slept on a little bit.
For sure.
Oh, that intro is fantastic.
It's one of the best. It locks you in.
Oh, we're done here. And he shoots him, and he's like, yeah, funny, he told me the same thing, and fucking kills him, and then I killed the bus driver. Yeah. And then it's like when the bus driver gets out, starts loading cash, and he's like, sees it's all gone. He's like, not even looking at him, just turns and fires easy back at him, just right up the body.
And you have no idea either. The first time you watch this movie, you have no idea.
This is one of those movies I wish I could go back in time and not know what happened.
Yeah.
But
I would say that's the same for the
rewatchability.
Matrix.
Yeah, true.
Because one scene we haven't talked about is Neo taking the red pill and getting welcome to the real world. And he comes out of the pod and he's got all his wires. He's just like all gooped out. And then you see the severity or whatever the fuck Morpheus was talking about in there. You can imagine it. Oh, yeah, you know, it's robots. You get out there like, dude, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
reality, not what you're
Just
Yeah.
covered in
coming
lube.
from. Yeah.
Like, and back to Cypher, man. You do that, you wake up, you're like, put me back. Put it back. I'm good. Can of corn. I'm good.
Casting in both these movies is really good too.
Yeah, I mean, I think you needed Keanu Reeves to play Neo. I don't think it's. I feel like it's one of those characters that now that he's there, I can't imagine anyone else doing it.
Yeah.
And you know, I felt like you guys kind of went on with the scene, so I, want to make sure we talk about the right
sure.
ones here. Is one of the most iconic scenes is the bullets, and he starts. You like those sound effects?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say nice sound effects.
But back in '99, no one was doing this thing. And as you're watching the film and they actually show that for the first time, you're like, holy shit. So back to the point that Matrix paved the way for a lot of this technology usage in filmmaking. And the way they implemented it in this film is why I continue to watch it.
The problem I had with the bullets scenes, and this does also bleed into the second one, there are so many missed shots. I mean, we're talking they can hit the broadside of a barn with these guns in this movie, and
Doing cartwheels through bullet fire, like that's
Yeah.
definitely helping.
They're just
There's a lot of
point
missed
blank.
shots in the Batman, brother. I know what you're
It's-
saying, though. I do agree.
But well, the and you guys you'll have to watch it. And this is the opening scene of the second one, and it was the first thing I wrote down. I just have to share it. Trinity, and it's very similar to this one in terms of this opening scenes deal with Trinity. Trinity in the second one it's like a dream Neo's having of what's going to happen, because you come to find out in these movies, a lot of the visions or things they're told they turn out to happen because the programs know. But the opening scene in the second one, she jumps out of a window, like, I don't know how high, skyscraper building, with her two Uzis and turns around midair.
I do remember that
And just
scene.
two guns shooting, and Agent Smith or one of the other agents jumps off behind her with a pistol. And it's 30 seconds to a minute, just like two automatic guns. They're 10 feet. Now they're falling through the sky. But, I mean, it takes forever for one of them to land. And they're not that. I mean, it's just bullet after bullet, not even close. It's like, okay, at some point, they're not
Brennan
moving,
talked more
they're
about
not-
the second movie than he.
The first one's the same way, though. The Matrix scene is iconic, but I mean, he's not moving anywhere. It's fucking bullets. Shoot him! Jesus Christ!
The lobby scene,
Like a-
that's
like a stormtrooper
very
in
iconic.
there.
Oh yeah, the scene when they're fighting up
walks
to the
in,
top and they're
Goes through security.
Now, hey, when they
And then he
do
opens
kill
up his trench coat.
non-important main,
Holy shit! Just lights him up.
when they do kill the non-plot armor characters, they
Clip this because just Geese's head, please. Keep leaning forward.
the non-main plot line, they get killed pretty quick. But you get a major gunfight and it's anybody important, and then we're missing everything.
Morpheus running out. Morpheus did get hit in the leg.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the minigun scene. You're
I
shooting
wrote that
fucking
down.
everybody in.
I wrote that down too. unloading a chain gun into the room that Morpheus is in. Not just LOL.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, we're
No
shooting
chance.
300 shots. in there.
The scene where like you're watching him shoot and he's just doing a figure eight with the bullets, man.
He's not looking to miss Morpheus in there, dude. It's
It's what you do in the Matrix.
yeah. I don't know.
He's
But
the
yeah,
one,
that-
baby.
He's also got the force when he gets shot at, just stop the bullets. But yeah, that's most movies with guns. Like there are blatantly just too long of gunfights where they're not hitting. It's like okay, one.
Well, yeah, and
One
then
of
you
these-
you hear about all the gun violence we have in like today's age, and those people miss entire clips. So I mean, it is kind of realistic.
Well, I mean, these are trained professionals in this.
Yeah, it is the Matrix. You would think that guy's got auto aim or something. That guy's
Yeah,
hacking.
Exactly.
Agent Smith is hacking.
he should be hacking. I mean,
That
the change-
motherfucker's got wall hacks, brother. Like he ain't missing.
The transformations of how they can just take over one of the other people in the Matrix was always it's cool, very weird to watch. Reminds me of like Men in Black, the one guy that transforms. But that concept was cool. Like the moderator can just take over anybody and switch positions.
You just show up wherever.
Was this? I see. This is where it's tough. Was the that was the first one when he got hit by the subway. That was this movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets hit by
so,
the
yeah.
subway and he just appears in somebody else. It's like he thinks he got him, and it's like
Yeah.
no.
No, you can't get him.
How did I? Maybe I looked away for a second, but how can somebody explain to me how he came back to life? Was it just Trinity talking to him? Did they do something? Like, how did they bring him back when he just got a clip unloaded into him?
Yeah, it was Trinity talking to him, pretty much like completing the prophecy.
Like
Is that
waking
she
the
falls
spirit?
in love with the one. She like her prophecy is she's gonna fall in love with the one. Her telling Neo that is making that connection. Therefore, he can't die. Therefore, he is the one. Therefore, those bullets don't actually affect him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he can manipulate the code. You know, I know we're not really. Are we still on iconic scenes or did we swap?
We're just kind of
I was just gonna say when
Well,
he comes
whatever
back,
we want to be.
when he sees everything in code is sick as fuck.
Yeah,
like that.
Like this.
yeah, and that's when he uses the force.
Yeah.
To stop all the bullets, but yeah, no, I was just wondering. That's what I thought. I just
Kind of
didn't
wish
know
he
if-
would have sent them back though.
Yeah,
You kind of think he is, and then he just picks one.
Nah.
yeah.
Either way,
Good movies.
Not a bad
I mean, I hadn't seen The Matrix.
Great movies. Great.
Yeah, I hadn't
movies.
seen The Matrix before.
Really cutting it close though. 1999, kind of cutting it close.
I had to. I now have to watch the last one, so you know that is what it is. Great graphic here. If you guys are listening, it will be posted on socials. But Critter made a solid graphic here of the pre 2000 versus post 2000s battle pods, movies and episodes squared off. The first episode will forever be hilarious and forever be a good thing that happened to make the rest of them happen.
Right.
God, I don't know what. Maybe number 4. Like in
Yeah.
terms of just the movies comparisons, like number 4 feels like the best fit.
Yeah.
What movie of
the one was surprisingly a good fit. It's just
Yeah.
the actual episode
Yeah.
was a shit show.
what movie of ours when you rewatched it you were like, oh man, or either rewatch or watch for the first time was your favorite?
Oh, good question.
Like, to me, it's probably Dark Knight. Parasite close second.
Yeah, Dark Knight's tough to beat. Parasite's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, for ones I haven't seen before, I'd say A Few Good Men.
Yeah, it's mine. My vote's Few Good Men.
The problem was it was up against a workhorse
Yep.
for us, but that movie was awesome. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan.
Oh yeah.
Jack Nicholson. So I hadn't seen that one. That's probably my favorite. Haven't watched before. But rewatch, yeah, Parasite and Dark Knight are tough. I mean, Parasite's just so different because it's international.
Right.
So it's like we're not watching those very often. So it's unique in that sense where it's not
Good,
you know.
Good Will Hunting will always have a place in my movie watching heart, but A Few Good Men was a pleasant rewatch.
There wasn't any that I mean I think the first episode I'd have to rewatch both movies again because like I think when I watched them I was already in the mindset of I want to
Versus, yeah, us versus
our
them.
movie's better
Yeah.
and
I want to
Yeah.
I'm gonna
bury
I want to
them.
make sure
Pulp
yeah like
Fiction
I was
sucks.
it was full it was full like
Horrible.
I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't like it, but I think I was watching it in a lens of trying not to. So like that's one out of all these, I'd want to watch that one again because it obviously is
I
very
think
popular.
you need to watch it with Geese. That's probably the play. You know,
Or not.
Why? So he can just talk to me the whole time about
Probably.
what's going on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would just be laughing and looking at Brendan to see if he's laughing.
Like, dude, what the fuck am I watching? But yeah, that one I need to rewatch for sure. No Country for Old Men was good. It's not one of my favorite movies of all time.
The performance though is
Oh, and those are like not your. They're A-list people, but they're not like the guys that I watch all the time. Ethan Hawke. I've seen a lot of his stuff. Javier Bardem. The first time I even knew who he was in F1.
Josh Brolin. You mean
No, Josh Brolin. Yeah,
we always get
Wow.
I was thinking.
Guy doesn't even remember his own characters from that film.
Ethan Hawke is in what is it, The Magnificent Seven? What's that movie with Denzel and Ethan Hawke, and it's a Western movie?
Hateful Eight, Magnificent Seven.
No, I think it's Magnificent
Yeah.
Seven. Yeah, but yeah, I literally didn't even know who Javier Bardem was until I watched F1. I
Damn,
did
you
not
got,
know.
Hey, was the Hateful Eight on your list?
Nope.
Damn.
No, I was thinking about the Magnificent Seven. Magnificent Seven rocks. I saw that at the gym.
I need to watch both of those. I think.
Jim?
Yeah, I was on in the gym one day.
I think
Pursuit of Happiness too.
yeah,
was awesome.
I think Brendan, the idea you had earlier, each round, like do a battle pod series, each round one dude presents a movie and just gets you're on your soapbox, brother.
you gotta
Sounds
die
like
on
a
that.
nightmare fuel for me.
What'd you say, Chris?
Sounds
Yeah.
like what?
Nightmare fuel. I
Yeah.
can't even give a synopsis of a movie and spurt on. So yeah, you guys laughing at me. I'll get sidetracked.
That one could be us three if you don't want to do it. You know, you could be the judge, or just belittle.
Is it? I mean, are we talking about that in the sense of we're trying to pick it apart?
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to come in?
Yeah,
and
that
just
might be the best way to do it.
I think
rip it
I
up.
feel like doing the imposter one would be fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
We're
know
all
about
giving
that.
a movie. We're all giving
I-
a movie, and
If episode 1 of this was any evidence of why we don't do one man versus 3, I think if Brennan's sitting on the hill, he is going to yell
Oh.
and die on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I would.
same with geese.
I mean, that would be the premise, though.
Yeah, maybe we just put geese and Brennan on a hill.
coming swinging. Yeah, it's an idea. I mean, there's a two definitely. The imposter ones would be funny, but at some point, it's like we know who didn't watch it, so it wouldn't be that.
no, someone would give us the movie, so we wouldn't know.
Oh, and then but somebody tells us, and then
Yeah,
they
like,
tell one of us not to actually watch it.
Chelsea picks a movie, and she texts it to everyone, but she tells one person, "You're the imposter."
Okay.
So
And
none of
it
us
has
know
to be a
who
list
it
of
is.
movies that none of us have watched. And
Right.
whoever is the imposter does not watch the movie.
Well, the problem is I introduced the fucking movie, so if I didn't watch it, I'm screwed from the jump. I'd have to know the movie and then just
Tough shit.
it'd have to be a movie that none of us had seen, and they still tell you the movie, but they just tell you not to watch it. Like, this is the movie you're the one who's not watching it. So at least I could, if it was
Well,
me,
if you found out about it, you could find out right before the pod starts. You could say what the movie is, but then you have to talk about it.
yeah,
And it's like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
and, like,
if you've never seen it, it doesn't matter what the movie is. Like
we would be,
That'd be
we
funny
would be
for
such
15 minutes.
yeah.
yeah, we would be assholes like early on, and just like, yeah, what was your favorite scene to everybody? And I'm just like, oh yeah, yeah, that was mine too. I don't know, that one rocked.
Ditto.
2v2 is probably the best.
It'd be a
way to
lot
do it.
easier now that we have AI.
2v2 is probably the best way to do it. I think different topics is obviously just the play. We had a
Yeah.
good list, two good lists for sure.
Yeah, finding the next topic. It's just got to happen naturally,
Yep.
or somebody just Geese can find it in his thought bubble. Maybe at some point, but overall, good idea. I'm happy to get back to one movie a
For
week.
sure.
I enjoyed this. It was fun. It's good to switch up, and we'll definitely do it again. But just this one came naturally, and I'm sure the next one will too, just through talk. So, getting back into just normal one movie a week, spin the wheel. We started this thing off at the beginning of the pod with, I mean, a billion movies. Got it down to 10 to 20 per wheel, making things more reasonable. Then battle pods happened, and we built the wheel before this episode, and we reverted back to let's just frickin' load
Fill
this
it.
thing up with movies. I think we've got 30 or 30 plus on this wheel, but we are going to be moving back into solo movies with the topic of dynamic duos, whether that be characters in a movie or actors that typically star in movies together. We came up with a pretty large list here. I'm not going to read them all to you. If you watch the video, give it a shot. If not, you're going to hear the wheel spin, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing next week on the podcast. So I think it's like 30-something. I can give you guys a couple just to give you the idea, but Super Mario Brothers, Harold and Kumar, Wayne's World, Hot Fuzz, Rush Hour, Lilo and Stitch, Tommy Boy, just to name some that have, in the name, Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Wicked.
obviously a dynamic
We
duo.
got Wicked in here.
Wicked's in here. Wicked by title, not dynamic duo. Watch the movie, dynamic duo. That's the thought process here. So whether it's the actors or the characters in the movie, that is what we've got for you.
I think it's going to land on the interview.
The interview.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with. It's so hard to you gotta wait so long to get back to what you think you just saw. If anybody has
Hot
one, feel free.
Fuzz. Hot Fuzz.
You
Hot
white
Fuzz.
chicks.
White chicks. I was gonna go
Yes.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Haven't seen it. Want to see it.
Luck, gentlemen.
Did it
Wanted
twice,
to pick something I
man.
hadn't seen.
Good film.
You seen it twice?
Yeah.
Put 30
I've
seconds
seen-
on this, buddy.
Yeah, there's like only a million movies on here. 30 seconds. I still
love how the
haven't feel like
center
it slowed
wheel
down.
is spinning nice too.
It just feels like it never slowed down. Here we go.
Oh,
We are going to be watching.
Talladega.
No,
I don't think so. I think it's Starsky.
Please. Starsky. Let's go, dude.
Starsky and Hutch, close to Hot Fuzz. You were one
Yeah.
off.
I've wanted to watch this movie for a month now. But I was thinking of it might be part of the pod, so I held it wasn't a month, it was like a couple weeks. That's when I originally thought of dynamic duos, because I was like, fuck, I want to watch that. And now
And
we
we're-
get to.
We're 2004, correct? Ben Stiller owned most of it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have not seen this. I've heard of it. I don't really even know what it's about, so this will be fun for me. I've heard that.
It's like
that
crime,
title.
mob,
It
type of
feels
stuff.
like it's got to be comedy with the two guys that are in it.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way there's not some comedy in this movie.
It's semi-serious.
We get a little Snoop Dogg, boys.
Comedy, action, owned
Now-
by Ben Stiller.
What now, Brendan, I'm sure you've seen a GIF of this, but there is a iconic scene in this film that is legendary.
Well, I mean, that's what's been fun about some of the other movies we've done is like when I see it, it clicks. So I'm glad.
Kurt, have you seen this?
I wonder if I'll notice it prior.
No.
Oh,
You guys are the movie buffs. I've there's a good chance I haven't seen probably 3/4 of these movies.
I think
if I have, it's been bits and pieces.
So it's been probably 20
I haven't
years.
seen this in a long time, dude. It's a fun movie. I'm pumped.
I just like that we have Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson as a dynamic duo, and our boy Vince Vaughn still in it because why would he not be?
Right.
You know. So Starsky and Hutch getting back into one movie per week should be fun. Let's see if we remember how to do it. Will be a lot more.
We just start fighting each other.
No more wheel spins during pod. Well, maybe you never know. I might sneak something in there, but gosh, kid is hurting over here. Great episode, great finale. 2 awesome movies. Very happy we've got a comedy to kick things off with. Like I said, a little bit of a serious edge to it. But Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, 3 guys I don't think that have been on the podcast. Is that a hot take or is that legit?
Like physically, no, none of them have been on the podcast.
Wow.
True, yeah, they haven't physically.
Owen Wilson has
Owen Wilson's has been on.
voice
What
is
is that?
better.
One of my
Cars.
yeah.
Oh.
Lightning McQueen has been on the pod.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson has been talked about on the pod. Excited for that one. Yeah, haven't seen it, so should be good. Mortal Kombat 2 should have a preview for you guys
Michael.
about that.
I'll be watching Michael.
Michael will have a preview. We've got a little bit of time before our next recording here, so probably going to have a handful of things to talk about, movies to talk about that we've gone and seen before the next episode. So, guys, happy National Sherlock Holmes Day, Road Trip Day, Boss Babe Day, and Vanilla Pudding Day. Make sure you get a little vanilla pudding when you're sitting down to watch Starsky and Hutch prior to our episode on Friday. And when you got that vanilla pudding next to you, you're going to see Mortal Kombat, or you're getting prepped up for Backrooms on May 29th. Don't forget your extra butter. We'll catch you on the next one.
Extra butter on the corn for me. Extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.